think of guys like Pascal and Gary and Baz was tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when you're going to win a game like this, not unlike when they beat us, so you got a whole bunch of guys that chip in. You know, I mean, we said that after games 1 and 2, that like every guy that hit the floor for them contributed in some way, and I pretty much think that's the case for us tonight. We got a great boost off the bench from Scotty with his rebounding and just presence. Thad, obviously. Chris had great minutes as well. But you're right. Pascal and Gary carried a lot of the ball handling load and did a good job.
You kind of see Pascal right from the start being aggressive like you wanted him to be. First 3 or 4 possessions. So the message got through and he just carries on.
Yeah, I just think he was so much more assertive and decisive tonight. Less looking around and just going, you know. And I liked that he came down and took a couple perimeter threes right off a quick screen and roll. And I think that was an indication that he was ready to fire when he was open.
You had a long talk with Precious coming off. Can you share what you said to him there?
Well, we were just we talking a little bit about. The stuff we've been talking about the last couple days, that we've all talked about too, that being down 3-0 is difficult, but let's get it to 3-1 and then it's not 3-0 anymore. And he just kind of repeated that to me, that it's not 3-0 anymore, and let's go try to have some fun in Philly and see what we can do.
Sorry, go ahead.
I did talk to Alex McKechnie just a few minutes ago before I came in here, and it's his hip, and they're going right now to get an MRI. He said he's going to need some work. Just the imaging and the work will determine the next steps.
The way he tore his jersey off, it almost looked like that was a statement of, I'm done.
Yeah. I mean, I think he probably knew pretty well that it hurt enough that he was leaving the game. I think it's first of all, it's as you all know, he's been banged around pretty good this year, and he continues to lace it up and go out there and play big minutes every night. So there's a lot to that. There's not every guy in this league that does that. And I think when you're fighting through one thing and then all of a sudden you get another one that feels as painful as it looked like it felt to him, that it's frustrating for him, because he's going to play through a lot of bangs and bruises and bumps and not being healthy and all that stuff, and he just wanted to play, so I'm sure he was frustrated.
Is today a little bit of a microcosm of your your season, the way you got such a good defensive effort? So many guys contributed, so many people did things maybe beyond their capabilities.
Well, we did do some things that are more characteristic of how we want to play. I think we got a bunch of rebounds. Fifth created 16 turnovers. Felt like more than that, though. I thought we had them throwing it around a little more than they actually turned it over. So I think those two things. We get a good possession night. And listen, if we ever shoot the ball in this series, we could score more than 110, because I thought we take 34 threes, and I remember 3 of them were bad, right? And so there's some shots out there that one of these days are going to start going in.
What was the key to keeping Embiid relatively in check?
Well, I mean, you can see we were sending a lot of people at him, so I guess that's probably it, really. I mean, we were trying to not let him get going as much as we could, and that takes more than one person to do it with, so that's it.
In the third quarter, you went at him. You went at Joe real fast right after the break with the hardest double that you've had all series. Was that because in the third quarter you had the other night and you didn't want to get him on that roll again?
Yep. It sure was.
You mentioned credit played for some all year. How's this guy this last couple of games comes back to Tuesday in the second quarter as a play point guard in the second half? That match you're pretty impressive with.
Yeah, he was good. I don't think he did much on that little trip there at the top of the key, so I think that was okay. I think it was a little bit more of a fearful. I mean, he didn't even come out of the game. I called a quick timeout because I thought he was going to need to come out, and I actually subbed him. and drew up a play, and then he was like, "Hey, I'm good," and I was like, "Okay, run it. Here's the play we're running." So yeah, it's good. I think as well. That's a good. How many minutes did he get? 25. I think that's a great run out for him on that thing to give him some confidence going forward here.
Brad, to go back to that, is that a new injury? Do you know when it happened?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, hip injury. Yep.
And how much did that help you sort of when they went, which wasn't as much as game 3, I guess, but he seemed to be making plays inside the zone?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Thad was really good, right, against the zone. I think he made a 3, but he was kind of dissecting it with some passes and cuts through the middle of the lane. Again, I thought our guys were just much more decisive playing against that thing the other night. I said this, we did score like 1.30 points per possession against it, which is really high, but it was a sluggish 1.3. It felt like it anyway, and tonight it didn't. We were just more assertive in our decisions, quicker decisions.